Hey guys, what is going on? It's Darnir and welcome to a new video. So this video is going to be about Invention. It actually came out exactly 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I want to share my thoughts, a small review of it and how I trained to get 120 real quick. So first up, the review of Invention. At release, it wasn't quite what everybody expected, and it wasn't really what Jagex expected as well. You can pretty much get a lot of XP really quick by just making gizmos and putting the expensive perks on it to get really quick XP. And obviously, that was not the way they expected to be trained, because the first 99, I believe, was gotten within 19 hours or something, at least within the 24 hours of release skill, and then 120 pretty much a day after that. So that's crazy, and I didn't really like the way it was in the beginning because it was so expensive and it was really fast XP an hour. So then they nerfed it. They nerfed the XP on the gizmos. They actually nerfed it twice. First they nerfed it 50% less and then another 50. So then that made it so that gizmos weren't really effective anymore to make because it was costing so much and you weren't getting as much as before. So then they actually buffed the augmented XP on items that you could train. So that became the new way of training Invention is actually by augmenting your weapons and armors and then just killing monsters, which kind of made it a lot more fun to skill. It wasn't just dismantling and destroying all the time and making gizmos and destroying those again. But I don't know, like it did seem like it became more of a slayer skill actually than actually really inventing stuff. So I kind of hoped they would do a bit more with that. But I do like the idea of dismantling certain items and making new items in that place. I mean, I really like the idea of leveling up your weapons and getting some good perks in it. But right now we don't really have that many good perks, but they're working on making new perks in the future. So it is a skill that could improve a lot more. It is a skill that actually can be good. It's not a bad skill. The idea and concept of invention isn't actually that bad, but it was quite executed badly in the beginning, and now it's quite decent. But yeah, so the way I did it is the first 50, 60 levels I did by making gizmos. Then they nerfed that, and then I switched to leveling up my items. So what I actually did for pretty much since level 60 till 120 is I did Aruts. And Aruts, if you did them correctly and like you didn't AFK too much, it was about 1.7 mil an hour on my method, which is not bad at all. Pretty much I was destroying my level 10 Bandos or Barrows armor, and I was siphoning my level 12 Noxious South. So that's what I did. It's actually quite funny. I managed to get my 99 invention right before the update came out, and after the update they changed the cape color, so I managed to have the blue colored invention cape for like 5 minutes, and then they changed it to the yellow main color, and I'm not sure which one I like more. I kind of like both, but I really saw some awesome concept art from players' suggestions, and I really liked some of the suggestions there. But these cape colors aren't that bad either. Like it looks like IKEA, so which is quite cool. But yeah, so I really do hope in the future they make more stuff like the pogo stick is a quite fun invention that you can make, and I really think they need to make more stuff like this, like not just overpowered stuff, but just fun stuff to invent actually. So the way I did Airut is I used a cannon, but I already deployed the cannon so you can take more prey potions or food with you. So then in the beginning I actually used tier 90 tank armor for helmet, gloves and boots, because you could kind of use the defense at Airut because they do hurt time to time, especially the rangers. But that's more if you want to AFK Airut a bit more. If you don't care that much about AFKing Airut, you probably should just bring a power helmet, boots and gloves, and or you could combine a bit, so take some tank gloves and a power helmet. That's what I did in this case. Then basically much just bring the inventory that I brought. A blood nihil is really important because you really need the accuracy at arrows because they do have a quite high defense. And I mainly used my brawler aura. I extended it. Once that was on cooldown, I used dark magic, and then I just used some small auras like inspiration, invigorate. And then when brawler is off cooldown, I just use that again and pretty much do the cycle all over again. And so I kind of place a cannon in the middle between the south and the north spot. I place it in the middle. And in the beginning, when you start killing Aruts, most of them use range because I think when they're idling they switch combat styles. So when they respawn, they usually are melee, and so you gotta kill them quickly or you gotta tag them quickly. But in the beginning, it does hurt because most of them are ranging, so you want to put protection ranger on. And you also want to put barge on your bar because it's nice to just jump to the ranger and not like have to walk all the way up there and get like 5 more hits until you're there. So that's a nice ability to use if it's a ranger. Then pretty much your main abilities are going to be Quake and Hurricane. Those are like really useful because you got to pile them up and just use those AoEs. Then I also did Berserk from time to time, and also Meteor Strike is a really good one. Meteor Strike really deals a lot of damage, and because it's an ultimate, it has a really high hit chance of always hitting. So that's actually pretty much how I did Airut. It's about 1.7 mil per hour if you do it quite fast. I did not use Dragons for Flurry because that's a bit too much effort and it's not really that much quicker. But yeah, guys, that's how I basically got like 20 mil invention in playing like 12 hours in one day. I did break some good records for myself. I haven't played this much in quite a long time, so it did feel good to train a new skill. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.